Okay, I clicked record. Let's see. Yeah, it should be recording. Okay, it's just 6 o'clock. Why don't we, before I go ahead and put everybody on mute, can we just kind of go through who's on this call and just shout out how long you've been with Plexus and what your rank is, so I kind of have an idea of who we're addressing tonight?
I'm Tess Mahoney in Southern California, and I've been with Plexus for 11 months.
Awesome. And you're Jamie's mom?
I'm Jamie's mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law. Awesome. Beth?
And I'm Beth Nelson, and I am a silver ambassador, and I've been with Plexus since December.
Person, she knows process. She convinces other people to do her work for her. Hands in so many processes.
How about Beth? Are you still with us?
Yep, I am. I'm Beth Dang, and I live in California as well. And I've been with Plexus for going on 17 months. I'm a gold ambassador.
Yay! Jenny? I'm sorry if I butchered that. I think you're on mute.
Yeah, good evening. I've been with Plexus. It's a Jenny. I've been with Plexus for 8 months. And I'm ambassador.
Very good.
Senior ambassador, rather.
Senior ambassador?
Yeah.
Awesome. And then we have Catherine.
Hi, I've been with Plexus for 2 weeks, and I am part of Bev Ingledew Hamilton's group. So
awesome.
Yeah.
2 weeks. Welcome to Plexus.
Thank you.
How about Lori? Are you on?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, Lori, we can hear you.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm sorry, I'm a few minutes late, so I'm not sure what's going on here.
Before we get started, we were just sort of round robbing and finding out how long each of you have been with Plexus and what your rank is.
Okay. I started in the end of April and got really sick and stopped, and I started again at the end of June, and I just made silver yesterday.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, I've got someone on a Q pair device and someone on a Samsung. Do you want to chime in? And I have Vicky.
Hello. I'm in California. I'm a newbie gold ambassador, and I've been with Plexus since May of 2014.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, we have a sort of a good representation of old and somewhat old and new. My intention tonight and my goal is just to give you an overview of what it is to be a new ambassador and to give you the tools to be the best possible ambassador that you guys can be. I'm going to open this up for questions at the end. So if something comes up during the course of this call, kind of jot it down and we can go back at the end and I will answer any questions you have. For now, I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone so we don't have any background noise, and we'll get started.
Should I put this on?
Give me a thumbs up if you can see the graphic. Okay, so let me introduce myself. For those of you that don't know me, I am Carrie Bryant, and I am a Ruby ambassador with Plexus. I started as a preferred customer May of 2014 and became an ambassador mid-June of 2014. I went gold in October, senior gold in December, and ruby in February. And I'm now on my way to senior ruby. So that is a little bit about me. Let's jump into duplication. I'm not sure if, based on whose teams, I know you're all on, you should be all on Team Eichenhorst. Our company is all about duplication, and we've put together a ambassador checklist of emails that you can send out to potential customers, preferred customers, new ambassadors. All of these files are available on Team Eichenhorst if you search the Files tab, which can be done through your laptop. If you go on to facebook.com, you can access all of that, copy and paste. I have been sending these emails for the last couple of months and have seen I should say prior to this, I kind of had my own emails I was doing and really just welcoming people into my team as well as welcoming customers. But in saying that, we really are about duplication, and I have found that by using these 6 different emails, I have seen better correspondence with my new people, and I have seen better correspondence with my customers. So I highly encourage you going into the team file, grabbing these emails, copying them and pasting them into Microsoft Word, Office, whatever your platform you're using, make them your own. And then what I do, when I get a new preferred customer, I mark it in my planner, the date that I got the customer, and then I schedule follow-up emails so they don't get lost in the crack. I do the same for ambassadors. When they join, I will send them the step 1 video within the first 48 hours, and then I mark it in my calendar, and I send step 2 at the 2-week mark, and that runs them through 4 full weeks of being an ambassador. And then at that point, I will check in to see, how their first 60 days has gone. But it's a great tracking device that I have found to have good results with. I also encourage you to add any of your new ambassadors to your immediate uplines team page. Now, that doesn't have to be your level 1 or your uplines team page. I know there are leaders out here, ambassadors out here who are strictly using this to get their products at wholesale, and that's perfectly fine. They may not have a team page, or they may not have an active team page. Always feel confident that you can go a level up. I suggest going up to the closest team page that has active content that would be beneficial to either yourself and or your teammates. And always add them to Team Eichenhorst. And then I also like to add everyone to the Health and Weight Loss Testimonials Team Eichenhorst page. That's a great place to get testimonies, and it's a great place to add your potential customers to as well, so they can do searches for things that they're looking for, such as diabetes or RS or RA or IBS, any of that kind of stuff. The big key here about duplication is it allows us to train and equip our ambassadors to be successful. And the more that we train and equip them in this duplicatable way, the more that they can then turn around and train their people. We have an amazing upline going all the way up to the top of the company, and I highly believe that they would not be having the success that they are if they weren't all doing and taking the same ideas and putting them to use. It's kind of like, if the cart isn't broke, why fix it? Why reinvent the wheel? We have everything we need to be successful in this business. It's just up to us to train and equip ourselves, and then train and equip our new ambassadors. Let's jump over to the compensation plan. I heard that we have an ambassador, a senior ambassador, we have silver, we have gold on this call. I hope that all of you are familiar with this plan. I'm not going to go into it in depth. You should have all been made aware of the plan by your immediate upline. This is where, if you have specific questions, please write them down and we can address them individually at the end. I will say that I have been with several other multi-level marketing companies, never had any success with them. used them strictly to get my candles cheaper, or maybe jewelry for friends for gifts or whatever. But I knew going into it, it wasn't anything that I could be making money with. And this company is so superior to anything that I have seen out in the market. They reward us so generously from day one. Who was it? Catherine, you've been with the company for 2 weeks. You can be making enough money in your first 30 days to be paying for your products, to be making additional income to supplement any type of bills you have. That's the power of this compensation plan. Getting paid, getting the opportunity to be paid every Friday on our business building bonuses. Amazing. Who doesn't want to be paid 5 times a month? So that's what I'm going to say on that for now. If we need help discussing points, how to get to the next level, what the percentages mean, any of that, just jot it down and we can come back to that at the end. Following up on compensation, because who doesn't like to be compensated for what they do, just wanted to share with you some of the Plexus perks. This year we are doing Leaders Retreat, which I'm sure most of you should be counting your points to see how you're going to get to Washington, D.C. Amazing opportunity. Last year we were in Orlando, Florida, and that's me in the pink shirt. We had a scavenger hunt and I won an iPad. And I'd only been with the company a couple months. It was amazing. This is our part of Team Eichenhorst that was there at Leaders Retreat last year. The Emerald Extravaganza, for those that turned Emerald by July 31st of this year, are all going on an all-expense paid trip to Maui. And by all expense, I mean first class all the way, airfare, hotels. They wake up every morning to surprises in their rooms. They go shopping for free sunglasses. You name it, they're being rewarded, and they're bringing a spouse or significant other with them. I will be there next year, as I hope all of you will as well. It's totally possible. This here is a picture of Stephanie Murray, which is some of our upline, when the day actually that she turned Emerald, New Year's Eve, December 31st of 2014, at 6:05 in the morning, and she was at the Lexus dealership by noon that day and driving off by 2:30 that afternoon in her paid for by Plexus Lexus. That's just an amazing perk that I can't wait for us all to be in the same boat, shall we say. This is Leaders Retreat last year and the Bloomingdale's shopping. No, this may not be Bloomingdale's. This was the points contest. There's Melissa and Stephanie earning their $3,000 checks just for doing their business. I don't know of another company out there that does reward as handsomely as Plexus. One slide here, as I'm sure we all know, Melissa. That was her getting her, I think that was her first, this was her first Lexus, her second one. This was her at Bloomingdale's, and this was at Leaders Retreat. She had a $5,000 Bloomingdale's shopping spree. Amazing. So that's just some of the perks for you. I'm sure some of you are aware of, some of you may not have been. These are great tools to share with your new ambassadors or potential ambassadors, that this is happening to people we know, people in our immediate upline, that it's doable for all of us, and that it's not just a few people sitting in a corporate office somewhere making money and earning trips and earning prizes. It is literally school teachers, nurses, sisters, mothers. It's just the whole gamut, and it is truly possible. I'm going to jump over to the power of 3. I'm not sure what that little green thing that keeps coming up in our slides is, so I apologize. This just talks about the power of 3 and how easily and attainable it is to actually grow your business. My suggestion to all of you, if you haven't already done so, is to go wide on your level 1s. The broader your base is, the faster your team will grow and the more diversified it will become. Never put all your eggs in one basket, we say. You don't want to depend on one line of your business to take over the rest of your business. When you go wide with level ones, you create a massive team and sustainability. And then looking at it here briefly, if you have 3 new ambassadors as a three new level 1 ambassadors, that's what you're going to need to go silver. For those of you that aren't, they need to have their auto qualification on, and they need to be active in that month. And as long as you have the 3 level 1s, you will go silver and earn that $100 silver bonus. After silver, to get to gold, you're looking at possibly 20 individuals on your team. And that's when you start adding up your pay points. So pay points here are averaging $3. We like to say $3 per pay point. If you were gold and you had 20 people on your team and they were all levels 1 through 3, that would be the equivalent of 100 points, and that's what gets you to gold. 100 times $3 is an additional $300 in your pocket on pay points. Not to mention the $250 gold bonus. So you can look through and see if you start multiplying your number of ambassadors, and you start with 3 and they get 3, and then your level 2s get 3, and your level 3s get 3, and so on and so forth based on the points and the points per level, there is an opportunity to grow that fast and wide and deep of earning $14,679 from the comp plan. And that's pay points only. That's just one of the 11 ways we get paid. Amazing. So now we're going to go back. When we started talking about duplication. Can't be said enough. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. From your business model to the emails you're sending to your customers, to your potentials, to your ambassadors, to how you conduct yourself on social media, it's all about duplication. I'm going to talk about Facebook for just a few minutes. The biggest thing about Facebook is being consistent and persistent. We recommend you posting a minimum of 2 to 3 times a day. They don't need to all be Plexus. Always be sure to include something personal in your page on that day. When you first start out, sometimes people have either they're unsure of what to post, or what they post they're unsure of. Or you get the kind of individuals who just start throwing Plexus up all over their Facebook wall. And pretty soon it becomes one giant advertisement. The people that have been on your page for years or months or weeks, your friends, your family, excuse me, they don't want to lose what they've come to know from you. So don't ever let go of what brought you to Facebook in the first place. Facebook is a tool. It's a fabulous tool. It is built. 90% of my business has been on Facebook, but it's been from being consistent and not stopping. And by that I mean there's maybe been a day or two where I haven't been able to post, but for the most part, we're going on 14 months now. There's been a Plexus post on my page just about every day, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, as well as still putting all information on my kids, my cheer organization, my son's baseball team. It's all up there. The recognition my kids may get in school, whatever it is. My Facebook wall is a living testament to my family, and that now includes Plexus. Don't worry about offending others. Some people may look at you and make a comment and say, oh, that's just a load of you know what, this can't possibly be true. There are skeptics out there. There will always be skeptics out there. Our job is just to educate them and guide them in a direction that serves their purpose. And by that I mean we're in this to promote better health to all, and that includes our skeptics. They're sometimes the hardest to turn around, but they will. And if they don't, we bless and release them. because we don't have time for negativity, honestly. And when you get people, skeptics, haters, if you've encountered any of that, it's usually something within them that's the issue. They're either jealous of your health success, maybe jealous of your financial success. Maybe they're just having a bad day. If you see anything like that, don't take it personally. It's never a personal attack on you. It's usually something that's going on in their lives that they're projecting onto your situation. The best thing we can do is just keep being positive and moving forward. Those that post the most frequently are the most successful. If you look at any of our upline, you will see that they are consistent. What happens if you aren't consistent with Facebook posts is that people may come to the conclusion that you've quit the business, or that it's not working for you, or that you've moved on. So even as little as a couple weeks, 3 weeks, people start thinking, oh, well, I'm not sure about this anymore. I was thinking about signing up, or I was thinking about ordering products, but now I see my friend so-and-so, she's not posting anymore. So if she's not posting, then I probably shouldn't jump on board either. So that really helps to breed the familiarity and to be consistent and to be persistent. And don't get discouraged if you don't have likes or comments. So many people are viewing our posts that aren't commenting. They're not liking it. I've had numerous examples of people who pop up out of the woodwork and become a preferred customer. And I think, I wonder if it's something I posted. Like, how did they know? Because they've never once liked or commented on a post. So just because you don't see a big wave of people making comments or liking, health and weight loss is such a personal journey to so many people that they can be shy. You know, if they like it or they comment, they may be thinking, oh, if I do that, then so-and-so and my friend and this person's going to see that, and then they're going to think that I need better health or I need some weight loss, which is probably true, but they're not going to admit that. So just keep persistent, keep consistent, and these people will eventually come around, I guarantee. Let's jump over to a little bit more of social media. I've added in Instagram, Twitter, and my new favorite, Periscope. And these are fabulous social media platforms. My point here is we need to be rotating the messages, the testimonials, and the products that we're sending out. And by that I mean, when you're making your posts on any one of these social media platforms, try to do a personal testimony. Try to do a health testimony. Try to do a financial testimony. Try to give product information. Excuse me. Try to mix it up. Don't focus on the weight loss. Try not to focus just on the health. Try to give a rounded version of what Plexus is. We're far more than just a weight loss product. We're far more than health. We have the complete and total package. And you never know whose life you might touch with a testimony or ingredient information. So by keeping it fresh and rotating, that keeps everyone kind of guessing and on their toes. They may even be thinking, oh, I wonder what Lori's going to post tomorrow. You know, oh, I'm looking for a product and you happen to post about block, and bam, you've reeled them in to be able to give them more concrete information. And also in rotating your messages, if you're on Instagram, don't let it share the same post to Facebook, and vice versa. It may take a little bit more time, but chances are you have some of the same audience on your social media platforms. And if they've just seen it on your Facebook page, do they really want to see the same thing on Instagram or Twitter? So try to vary it up. There's a great app called Tiny Torch that I use that you can schedule your posts. You can go in. I do it on a Sunday afternoon. I schedule my posts for the entire week. I keep in mind potentials that I'm thinking have expressed interest or I know have health issues, and I choose testimonies based on that. If I know I have someone with a thyroid condition, I look for thyroid testimonies, and then I'll schedule that, say, Tuesday morning at 7:30 a.m. Sometimes on Fridays, I like to post about the business aspect of Plexus. By the time someone's home on a Friday night from work and they're tired and they're exhausted and they're done for the week, they may be thinking, there is a better way. There has to be a better way for me. So maybe on a Friday afternoon or a Monday morning as they're heading into another long work week, they see something from Plexus about the opportunity to get in on this amazing opportunity, $34.95. So that's a little tip for you, tinytorch.com. It's not an app. You just go to tinytorch.com and jump on board there, and you can use that to do some scheduling. Periscope is fabulous. I'm not sure if you guys are using it. I know Beth Nelson has been using it, that's on this call, and she's having fun with it. My team personally is having a ton of fun with it. You hop on, you can jump on live training. Our big opportunity event last night in Santee with Celeste Quinn, we did an after the meeting training with Celeste and Helen McFadden that one of my team members graciously recorded. So we have that on Periscope to go and view. You get little alerts during the day, and it shows you who's on and who's doing what. And next thing you know, Sarah Marble's popping up with some fabulous referral tips, and Chris McCall's jumping on, and he's got some Chris McCall craziness. There's a ton of Plexus people on there, and it's like having a little training in your back pocket wherever you go. I am in love with Periscope. Also on social media, I think we talked about, continuing to post about friends and family. You don't want to abandon your original audience. I would like to say one thing here. If people complain about your Plexus on their page, just keep it in the back of your mind that they too are posting things that maybe you're not that interested in. And that's okay, because what do? If you've seen the same basketball game that Johnny's played in for the past 6 weeks over and over and over, what do? You scroll right on past it. And that's an option for them as well. They can always scroll right past what you have on your page. A tip, do not click share on a post. So if you're looking for a testimony or you see something great, please don't click the share button. That limits your Facebook audience to a very few amount of people. Take the time to copy and paste the post. What I do when I see a post from someone who I'm not friends with currently, I like to go in and friend them. And then when I share a post of theirs, I like to add and tag their name in it. It makes it a little more personal. I like to know where these posts are coming from. I like to know that there's credibility behind the person that has posted it. If I see a testimony out there that I personally don't believe, I will not share it. If I don't see the credibility in it, if I don't know the person or the team that person's on, I'm very, very selective about what I share, because at the end of the day, our credibility with this business is really all that we take with us. If we post something that seems outlandish to us, chances are someone viewing it might feel the same way. Not saying that we don't have testimonies out there that are absolutely mind-blowing, crazy weight loss, huge health results. I love those types of testimonies, but when I see them, it makes me a little bit leery. So just keep that in the, whatever you feel comfortable with is what you need to be sharing. Friend new folks you meet everywhere you go. If you're standing in line at the grocery store and you strike up a conversation with someone, and you don't even have to be talking Plexus, but you feel like there's a good vibe there, you're having a great conversation, go ahead and ask them if they're on social media. And if they are, whip your phone out and say, hey, why don't you add yourself to my phone? I'd love to stay in contact with you. That's a great way to add new people to your page to see what you're doing. You can always follow up with a small message. Hey, great to meet you at the grocery store the other day. Start building a relationship with the end result of hoping to get them involved with us, get them on Plexus, get them to join our team, get them to see the benefits involved and with the health and the wellness and the finances. The more friends you have, the more you can share the Plexus love. post pics from events, meetings, conventions, trips. This is the really fun part. This is when you're in an opportunity event or a meeting, the energy is through the roof. It's crazy. You may be crying at testimonials. You may be hearing life-changing things. You walk away from this type of thing on just an absolute plexus high. And when you start sharing that information, sharing the pictures, it builds excitement. And that's what we're all about. We are one plexus. We are about having a good time. We are about helping others. We enjoy what we do. Every day when I wake up and I look at my list of things to do, it's not even a list of things. It is a list of things to do, but it's not one of those to-do lists where I think, oh man, it is. I am excited to talk to so-and-so today. I'm excited to share this opportunity. I can't wait to share this testimony I found last night with my friend so-and-so who I know suffers from one of these ailments. It's with excitement that I share, and it's excitement that I'm here tonight with you guys. And when people see you all having fun, who wouldn't want to join us? Who wouldn't want to be a part of this amazing opportunity? Conventions, trips, all of that. Who doesn't? I'm excited beyond excited to see so many of my friends going to Maui next month. I can't wait to see their pictures because I know I will be there at some point, hopefully within this year. If not, that's fine. But I know it's going to happen, and I'm just excited for them. And I would encourage all of you, even if it's a small team meeting, even if it's just you meeting with a potential customer, share it. Share that you're sharing the joy. Share that you're sharing from your heart. People really, really respond to that. The last thing, keeping a great Facebook and social media posture. This is so incredibly important. We're sharing, I should say, the minute that we start sharing our personal business of Plexus on Facebook or any social media, that social media platform now becomes a building business tool. So keep it positive. If you're having a rotten day, go have your rotten day and vent to a friend. Text her. Text your upline or get in touch with your upline. Don't post on social media, I've just had the worst day ever. My life is in ruins. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to see that when you're promoting a company of health and wellness and the fact that you're feeling good and the fact that you're getting healthy. We don't want to bring anybody down by being negative, or even sometimes it's as much as, posting cartoons or political statements or really any of that kind of stuff that could be divisive to anyone watching your post. So that isn't, this one here is entirely up in your control and what you're comfortable with. But my suggestion is just to keep it positive. Okay, so now what do you do when someone shows interest? I suggest adding them, like I said earlier, to the health and wellness or health and weight loss testimonials Team Iconnor's page. I ask them to send them my email address, and then I send them the Plexus information email. You don't want to give away too much when someone expresses interest in either the business or the product side of it. You kind of want to feel them out first. They may say, hey, what's Plexus? And without you knowing, well, we're a weight loss company and we do this and that, and you give them so much information, you kind of confuse them. So the best bet is to suggest to them, I would love to send you some more information about Plexus. If you'd like to send me your email address, I'd be happy to send you an email. Or if they're a Facebook friend, hey, I would love to message you some more information. And in doing that with the Plexus information email, I always like to ask, what are their health goals? What are they looking to achieve with Plexus? And then I base my information I provide them based on what information they've given me. If it's weight loss, awesome. I'll give them that information. If it's migraines or pain relief or I'm broke and I need to make a couple bucks, then I tailor my response that way. So without knowing what they need, it's hard to give them the answer they're looking for. Follow up, follow up, follow up. This is key in this industry, in this business, and with Plexus. Keep lists. I have a binder of anyone that's ever asked me about Plexus. I use that information and those lists when we have specials, when we have promotions, when some new product comes out. Anything like that, I have my list. I go back, I refer to it, and then I'm able to follow up regarding a specific situation. Or I may just be following up to say, hey, I haven't talked to you in a month or two. How are you doing? Continuing to build that relationship, hopefully getting them to a point for them to see the value that Plexus could be in their lives. I keep lists of people who like my posts. That gets a little harder, but it's a good idea in general to know who's liking your posts so you can tailor testimonies to their specific situation. Keep a list of those no's. You never know when that no is going to turn into a yes with a situation that changes. Maybe someone loses a job. Maybe they've seen 10 friends benefit from our products and they're now ready to turn that no into a yes. If you don't continue to follow up on a smaller note with the no's, you'll never know if they'll become a yes. And then potentials are huge. I would suggest making a list of people who, number one, feel could benefit from our products. And number two, I keep a separate list of my quote unquote dream team potentials. People who I feel would be an asset to my team, who I feel could benefit from the products and the business opportunity. And I send them special information tailored towards that kind of information. And then I follow up with these lists. I follow up on a daily basis with customers. I follow up on a daily basis with ambassadors. Follow up, follow up, follow up. You don't want to lose them through the cracks. I have had it happen to me, and I've seen it happen to others, where you maybe forget to follow up because their name fell off a list, and you look up and they are someone else's customer or someone else's ambassador. So keep those lists. So now we're going to jump over to product knowledge. You must be a product of the product. This truly is true. I know we have Catherine, who's been 2 weeks with us now. I'm not sure what products you're taking, not sure what products all of you are taking. But as long as you are taking products, be it one, a few, all, it's very, very hard to build your belief and have others build their belief in you if you are not using the products yourself, if you are not putting forth the testimonies, your own personal testimonies, which are they give you the biggest bang for your buck. When it's you in a picture or in a quick video saying, this is what Plexus has done for me, that is what is amazing for people to see. It's great to share other people's stories and testimonies, but when a friend of yours or someone that knows you seeing you personally share, that just speaks volumes, and that's when they start building their belief in you. Know your Plexus products. True. I am not a product person. I am not someone who has memorized my list of ingredients, who knows what's in every product that we have. But the beauty of it is, I don't need to. I know the basics, and that's not my forte. That's not my specialty. But I know if I have any questions about any product for any reason, I can hop onto my back office. I can jump on that website. I can pull up lists. I can go to powertools.com. I can pull ingredients, lists. I print them out. I give them to my customers. If I have specific questions, I will ask if it hasn't already been answered on a team page. I will look through files. Although we only have 14 products and it doesn't sound like much, the amazing things that these products are doing in so many different ways, it's very hard to keep up with. I keep a general list of specific ailments, quote unquote diseases, and I know which products they should benefit from taking, but I don't know all of the science and ingredients, but you don't either if that's not. Don't let that scare you off from sharing. Don't let that scare you off from answering questions. My biggest thing that I have found throughout the course of my journey so far is when someone asks me a question and I honestly don't know, that's what I tell them. I say, an amazing question, I don't know the answer, but I would be more than happy to find out for you. And then I go to someone that does know. And then I get back to my potential or my ambassador and I share the information that I have received. Understanding how to use each product to see optimal results, that one is key. Follow, for the most part, the ingredients and the packaging, and that will give you all the information you need. Some people take products in different ways. For instance, people with thyroid issues have a completely different protocol that they need to take based on whatever medications they're taking and the possible interference with the productivity of both their medications and our products. So sometimes things need to be tweaked a little, as well as if you set a plan out for a customer with products that they're taking and they're not quite seeing the results they want, go ahead and tweak it. Bump up the ProBio, bump up the BioCleanse, back it down. Change the time of day you take it. The packaging are guidelines for optimal results, but some people need to take it in a little bit different way. So just understanding how you can play with the products to get the best benefits for your customers is key. All right, so we're going to grow ourselves and we're going to grow our business. So obviously you all have heard knowledge is power. And how do we get knowledge in Plexus? Through duplication, through our upline, through conference calls. Jump on as many of these types of trainings you can get on. Get to any opportunity meeting that's in your area. If you haven't been to one, I suggest finding the closest one and the nearest one and getting there. Opportunity meetings are amazing, amazing ways to build your belief in the company. I don't care how many of these events I go to, I walk away from every single one having learned something new, and I walk away from every single one being inspired and enlightened and more enthusiastic and more sold on this company than I did when I walked in that front door. Get on YouTube, watch videos. My favorites are Sonia Dudley, Sarah Marble, Melissa, of course, and Stephanie Murray has some amazing ones. Utilize those team pages. Utilize the files. When you have a few minutes, go on Team Eichenhorst. Check out the file section. There's a file for just about everything out there, including shipping to different countries. You name it, there's probably a file for it. Build your knowledge. Build your base. Get in there and read them. Team pages, jump on that little magnifying glass. Do that search. Like I said, you can't do the search from an iPad or an iPhone, but you can if you hop directly onto facebook.com. You can then utilize the search button. You click on that little magnifying glass and you type in diabetes, and every thread on that page that has mentioned diabetes will pop up. You have an interest in slim while pregnant, or slim with breastfeeding, or slim with IBS. You name it, you type in, you use that magnifying glass, and I guarantee you, you will find an answer. And that's the point. If you don't or cannot find an answer, that's when you need to post to the team page and ask the question. And I guarantee you, one or many of us will hop on and answer that question for you. I also encourage you to really get around your back office. Compensation plan is back there. Product information is back there. Get to know your team, your ambassador page, your customer reports as you grow, your ambassador reports. It's an amazing way to keep track of your team and to keep your business on track. Just a couple keys to success we'll jump into. Be professional. If you haven't ordered business cards, go ahead and get them. You can get them out of the back office. You can get them on Etsy. You can personalize, customize. There are business cards out there for men, for women, colors, designs. Personalize them, make them you, and have them on hand to hand out to potentials. Have them on hand to put in those little bowls at the restaurant for their weekly drawings. Have them on hand to put maybe on a shelf in Walmart, perhaps. I don't know. There are many, many, many places to use those business cards. Work your business. We like to say you can work part-time, but not sometime. Consistency is key. If you are interested in this business as a business, The number one goal is to treat it like a business. Don't treat it like a side part-time, I'm going to think about this once or twice a week. That is fine if you're an ambassador who signed on to basically be a Costco customer to get the lowest cost on their products. But if your intention, which I'm assuming because you're here, is to work the business, set aside time each day to work it. Even if it's as little as 15 minutes a day, schedule that into your calendar. We've been talking a lot about the power plan, which is an hour that you set aside a day, and you strictly work your business. We don't Facebook, we don't text, we don't check emails. It is strictly a power hour to work through our business. If that's not feasible for you based on whatever situation you're in, carve out that 10 minutes a day. Carve out 15 minutes a day. Touch base, follow up, make your Plexus posts on Facebook and social platforms, but keep it consistent. Educate your new ambassadors. Back to duplication. Whatever your new ambassadors see you doing is what they'll be doing. So make sure that you are doing what your upline's doing. Keep in touch with your customers. That goes back to follow-up that we had just referred to. Happy customers are going to make your best ambassadors. When they catch the excitement and they see what these products do for them and how they're feeling, they can't wait to jump on and be an ambassador, because now they have the opportunity to truly change someone else's life. At the end of their second month, send those preferred customers an email and just ask, hey, I know you've had success with these products. Let me tell you a little bit about the other side of this business. Or if they start asking or sending you referrals, ask them. Just ask. Hey, I've noticed that you sent me 2 people this month interested in the product. Do you realize that if you hopped on board with me and joined my team as an ambassador, that you could individually be helping them and benefiting you and your family? Just ask. You never know until you ask. So knowledge is power. The more you know, the more you grow. That couldn't be more true in this company. Commit to being or becoming a product of the product. We discussed that earlier as well. Belief in our company and products. Belief in our company and products is huge. If you don't believe in what these products are doing for you, or if you don't believe that this company is going to be around in 6 months or 6 years or 60 years, it's very hard to share genuinely and from your heart to others. If you find yourself wavering in belief at any point in time, if you find yourself having been at silver for 6 months or a year, or you've been pushing for gold for the last 16 months and it hasn't happened, and your belief is starting to waver, get with your upline. Get to an opportunity meeting. Get on an opportunity call. Watch a Diamond documentary. Do something that builds your belief in our company and our products, because I guarantee you, if you have unwavering belief, there will be no stopping you with this company. Once you start building a team, which normally we've been talking when you hit gold, is generally when people start building a team page. That's an option for you. It's not a necessity. Depends on who you have on your team and who's wanting to work their business. Sometimes people start team pages and there really is no value or content to it, and so your people ended up going a level above you to find content there. So don't feel, if you're not comfortable with creating pages, if you're not comfortable running a team page at this point, don't think that it's necessary, because your upline is there for you to fill that gap. If you're a creative self-starter, I had my team page going when I was silver, because I create team pages, I create Facebook pages for every area of my life, and it was something I was extremely comfortable with. And I only had a couple people on my team, they had a page. So that is entirely up to you, how you want to run with that. Back to posting frequently, that's back to consistency. Keep it real, keep it honest, and keep it going. This sort of falls into the power hour we discussed. Figure out what times you have available each day to work your biz and schedule it. And then we talked about educating all customers on how to take Plexus. I think this is our last slide on keys to success. Keep in touch with your customers, again, through any series of emails that you want to send, or texts, or Facebook messages, phone calls, whatever you're comfortable with. Happy customers truly, truly make our best ambassadors. Our fortune is absolutely 100% in the follow-up. Don't be letting people or situations fall through the cracks. Because at some point, everyone will have heard about Plexus. We are so new to the market that right now, there's not a lot of people out there that truly, truly have heard. But when they do hear about Plexus, shouldn't it be from you? I think so. Educate all new ambassadors that you sign, train your downline, get to all the meetings and events you possibly can. Reminder, watch those training videos, listen to those recorded calls. I love the ones that come out from corporate each week. Use those calls to invite potentials to listen in. Share them in an email, get them going on that if they have questions. Friend others on Facebook whose posts you feel you can relate to. That is very true. When you start friending people that are like-minded to you, you will see your belief increase, and you will feel a camaraderie with each other, and maybe even develop new friendships. Here's the last point, which is very, very key, which took me a while to figure out, to be honest with you. When you have a potential, whether it be a customer or an ambassador, find out their why. Truly find out why they have come to you for information about the products. Come to you, figure out why they are coming to you about the business opportunity. If you don't know what they're looking for, it's hard for you to guide them in the right direction to success. And this goes for signing ambassadors, or maybe you have a level 2 or a level 3 on your team now. You go through life thinking, there's my rock star, she's going to take me to the top, when in actuality, you don't know that person and they're in it for the cost code discount. So you're pinning all your sights on this person or people, but you haven't asked them why they're really here. Excuse me. So really figuring out why everyone is coming to you and why they need the products and why they want the business opportunity will tremendously guide you in a clear direction as to how to proceed with that person and help them to be successful. So I'm going to open up now. Excuse me, I have something in my throat. I'm going to go ahead and get you guys all unmuted. I hope that this was valuable and that those of you that were on were able to gather some information that was helpful to you. We're going to open it up to questions and answers. I will try to answer whatever questions you guys have. Anybody have any questions on the compensation plan?
I just on the social media. I use those Tiny Torch and the reason that I use is Tiny Torch
and Beth, is that you?
Yes.
You're totally cutting out on my end.
Am I?
Can you all hear her okay?
No. If I get going a little bit. Yes, that'll work. Is that a little better?
Yeah.
Okay. I use both Tiny Torch and the reason that I use two is because
is if you use Tiny Torch and you post 2 postings with Tiny Torch in one day, it puts both of them in one folder on your page. And then it looks weird on your page. It puts both of them like they're in one album. So then it kind of defeats the purpose of scheduling 2 of them, because then it puts both of them together. So the way I kind of put it in my brain is Tiny Torch is tiny for the morning, and Hootsuite is like a hoot, like an owl. So Hootsuite is my nighttime one. So I schedule my Tiny Torch post for the morning and my Hootsuite post for the night, so that it won't lock the 2 of them together and create this album so that it looks like I'm not really personalizing my posts.
That's great information. I have yet to play around with Hootsuite.
Yeah, and it's free too. So, and it's actually, I think it's a little easier to use than my phone.
What's it called? Hoots what?
Hootsuite. H-O-O-T, and suite like you're getting a suite at a hotel.
Okay.
S-U-I-T.
Yeah, I have the same problem. So I only started doing Tiny Torch once a day because it is ugly.
Yes. And then somebody told me about, my cousin is a social media guru, and so she told me about this week, and I absolutely love it.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have any questions?
Yeah, I do. I have a.
Go ahead, Catherine.
I just wanted to say, remember when you were talking about how people watch?
Yes.
And I watched for over 9 months on Bev's posts, and I never commented or anything. I just basically watched her and listened to her. We've been friends since 7th grade. So it was kind of like I had been friends with her on Facebook, but I had never really said anything about Plexus. So when she started talking about it, I just listened. And that's how I learned. And then I became more interested, and I finally contacted her. But yeah, you were very right on about, when you post things, you don't realize how many people are watching you.
Yep. That's a great testimony.
Yeah.
I think someone else had a question.
Excuse me. Yes, this is Lori. Hi. I hope I understood you incorrectly where you said that you get points as a silver, but you don't start getting paid on them until you're gold? That can't be right.
No. As soon as you turn silver and you have those 15 points, you're being paid on them.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah, I was talking about to get to silver, you need your 3 level 1s.
Right.
And they need to be auto qualifications on, and they need to be active in that month to go silver. So if you go silver.
Okay, can I? If you go silver, what?
With Plexus, if you go silver and you end up losing one of your ambassadors, you still retain your silver title. Just like any rank.
Right. Can I tell you something awesome?
Yeah.
Can I tell you something awesome that just happened?
Yes.
In the middle of this, I got a text message from my sister who just became a customer, and she texted me, hurry, call me. I have a bunch of people that want it now. And so she's signing up as an ambassador and has 4 customers. Woo-hoo!
Woo-hoo! Let's give it up for that.
Yay! I love this business.
I love it too. Anybody else out there? All right. Well, we've been on just about an hour. So if we don't have any further questions, we can sign off, or I'd be happy to stay on a little bit longer if anyone has anything specifically.
I'm good. Thank you.
Carrie.
You're welcome. I hope it was valuable to you to spend an hour with me today.
Oh, and is this recorded? Because I had to step away for that.
I did click record. I'm hoping it recorded.
Okay, and where can we get the link?
It should end up on Melissa Eichenhorst's YouTube page.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hmm.